From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, January the 14th, 2019. The IDF announced the successful conclusion of Operation Northern Shield after finding what they said was the sixth and last cross-border terror tunnel dug by Hezbollah from Lebanon infiltrating Israel. IDF spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus told reporters yesterday, with the discovery of this terror tunnel, the effort to locate the passages dug by Hezbollah that crossed the border into Israeli territory has been completed. According to our intelligence and our assessment of the situation, he said there are no longer any cross-border attack tunnels from Lebanon into Israel. This sixth tunnel was said to be the deepest one yet, about 180 feet deep and 2,600 feet long. It was also a highly advanced tunnel equipped with electricity and even a rail system of sorts to move equipment and garbage. Operation Northern Shield began on December the 4th when the first tunnel was discovered. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed that Israel did conduct an airstrike against Iranian targets in Syria over the weekend. He told his weekly cabinet meeting yesterday the Israel Defense Forces has attacked hundreds of Iranian and Hezbollah targets. Just in the past 36 hours, he said the Air Force attacked Iranian depots full of Iranian weapons in the Damascus International Airport. There had been reports Friday night in which Syria blamed Israel for the airstrikes at the airport, though Israel usually does not respond to such reports. And on Saturday night, a rocket was launched at Israel from Gaza. It landed in an open area in the Sdot Negev Regional Council. There was no damage or injury. In response, IDF fighter jets targeted two Hamas underground structures in Gaza. Well, another IDF veteran is jumping into politics in time for Israel's upcoming elections this April. 79-year-old Yom Kippur War veteran Moti Ashkenazi will co-lead the Social Justice Party, together with writer and social activist Gad Haran. Ynet reported the two launched their campaign yesterday in Tel Aviv, saying their first order of business would be to enact a basic law of dignified existence, which means, they said, that Israel will provide an economic foundation for every citizen so that they can live in dignity. A new exhibit is ready to open at the United Nations for International Holocaust Remembrance Day. It pays tribute to diplomats who saved Jews during the Holocaust. The exhibition will be open on January the 27th with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres at the ceremony, as well as the grandchildren of diplomats from Peru and Portugal who saved Jews. IsraAid has launched a new program. The Israeli non-governmental organization that sends disaster relief to countries around the world is now training health, mental health, and engineering professionals who will be ready to lend their assistance in such situations. Israel 21C reports that the IsraAid Humanitarian Professional Network, or IHPN, was kicked off in Los Angeles last week. Members of the new network will include physicians, social workers, water, sanitation, and hygiene experts, and engineers, among others, who will take part in a one-year IsraAid disaster response training program. Program Director Farah Shamolian said, "We are bringing Israeli know-how to people in need in the world." Israel's President Reuven Rivlin visited with children from developing countries around the world being treated for heart conditions in Israel through the Save a Child's Heart humanitarian organization at Wolfson Hospital. The president called the program, which was founded in 1995, a wonderful example of how Israeli excellence works together with our concern and sense of obligation towards humanity. He pointed out that Israel was once a developing country. Rivlin said, "We became the startup nation because we needed these solutions." Well, surfers from around the world are catching waves this week in the Israeli coastal city of Netanya. The Seat Pro Netanya is Israel's main surfing event, part of the WSL, the World Surf League. Some 96 surfers from around the world are taking part in this year's competition. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, January the 14th. At 7 o'clock, it's the Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:30, it's the second annual Jewish Leadership Conference on Jews and Conservatism with Roger Hertog, Carolyn Glick, Ayelet Shaked, and Rabbi Meir Soloveitchik. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Abigail Pogrebin on L'chaim. At 10, prize-winning Israeli author David Grossman speaks at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Harvard Law Professor Emeritus Alan Dershowitz goes one-on-one. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, January the 14th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.